would you mean that a banker's job is similar to that of a financial or a wealth doctor? Like you mentioned this idea before, and I've also heard it in reference in a couple of episodes also of yours. So could you please explain this concept again?
Okay, so see, typically people don't understand what a banker does. So most young people, especially people who are outside the banking industry, they have an assumption in their mind that banking is a lot about accounts. Uh, you do book entries and you total balances and you apply interest, and that is banking job. So the typical banking job in everybody's mind is that of a cashier, that and they will take cash, give cash. So that is what a bank will do, right? So and that is nowhere close to what banking is actually. So people study finance, and there are various aspects of finance, right? The banking and this industry is all about what we call as financial services. You use financial products and provide that as services to people, individuals like you and me, or to other enterprises, partnership firms, even government, various entities, companies. All those people also require financial services, right? So the best example is to understand that as a doctor's job, because everybody understands what a doctor does. They are interested in a banking career, but they have very less understanding of what a banker does, and therefore this example makes sense to them. That what does that this doctor actually do? So doctor meets patients and then understands their health problems and gives them either medicines or does a surgery or give them health advice. You should eat this kind of food, or you should do exercises like this, or you should sleep for this many hours, things like that. So health advice, surgery, or pills, some sort of medical advice, health advice they will give, and they charge them a fee for doing that. And then they take cash from that customer, and then the doctor writes a prescription, and that medicine is given away by somebody sitting in the chemist shop, and the patient uses it. Now exactly similar thing is actually what a banker does. The only difference here is that uh, people go to doctors when they have a health problem. If they have a money related problem, financial problem, the person they go and meet is a bank officer, is a banker. So a banker's job is similar to that of a doctor, but in a financial environment. So suppose your father wants to build a new house. So what is his financial requirement? His financial requirement is he needs a loan for building a house, right? So then he goes to meet a bank officer. Bank officer understands his background, his salary, his income, his other wealth, and all those details, and then understands how much loan can be given to him, what could be the repayment, what will be the interest, everything that he will explain to the customer. The customer is happy, and then a home loan is dispersed. There are some paperwork required for signing documents and stuff like that. And then bank charges a processing fee, and then the bank will charge interest on that money. And that is how the bank makes income. So you see every aspect of a banker's job, and you will see similarity with a doctor, that you will meet customers, understand their financial requirement, and give them a financial solution. Now the doctor gives medicines, does surgery, doctor gives health advice. A banker gives, instead of medicines and all, banker gives auto loan, banker gives credit card, banker gives a home loan, banker gives savings account, banker gives even mutual fund, even life insurance, general insurance, various kinds of requirements that the customer could have. Imagine a farmer coming to the same bank officer. Farmer needs a loan for rice cultivation, for sugarcane, for coconut farming. So different kinds of people will end up going to meet a bank officer with different requirements, just like different people will go to meet a doctor with different kind of health problems, right? So this is how similar it is, and both of them rely on knowledge. For a doctor, it is about understanding the health problem, what actually goes through in your body, and then realize what kind of medicine will work for you. For a bank officer, it is about understanding the financial background of this individual, what is he doing, what is his capacity, how much can he do, what he can repay, or let's say if he's planning for the future, how much in pension does he require, how much will be his monthly expenditure, therefore how much he should invest. So very, very similar kind of roles. So, which is why we keep saying that a banker's job is best understood if you say that a banker's job is that of a financial doctor or a wealth doctor, as some people would put it.
We are seeing many candidates who want to start a banking career seems to talk about sales and operations roles.
So, again, that in a hospital also you go, there is a cash department in a hospital, right? So, that is not the job of a hospital, right? But they have to collect cash, they have to give prescription, they have to keep all the records in their computers. So the doctor also does data entry. If you go to any of these hospital doctors today, they all do data entry about whatever you tell them, ki this is my problem and this is their feeling about that problem. All those things they will write in the computer, they will type it in then and there, right? Now people start assuming that a doctor's job is that of a data entry operator. Doctor's job is that of a cashier. It is the same thing that happens in banking. So banker's job is not that of a cashier's job or a data entry job. They all do this. That is just the small part of their job, right? So banker's job similarly is not about sales or operations or customer service. In fact, it is a mix of everything, just as it is for doctors. So a doctor does sales, doctor does operations, doctor does customer service, right? Where does a doctor do sales? So that's the way he earns his monthly income. So number of patients that come to him, he will charge them 500 rupees each, and that is his income, right? He does surgery, he charges higher. That's the sales part of a doctor's job. Typically these days, just like bankers, even doctors carry targets, revenue targets in a hospital today. They have to achieve a certain revenue target for the month, right? So it is part of today everybody's job. They do customer service, which is easy to understand. A doctor does customer service, a bank officer also does customer service. Operation is whatever data entry that he does, the prescription that he writes, all that is his operations. Not the operation as in medical operation, but just the operation part of the job, right? The sales part, operation part, customer service part. Same thing happens in banking. So banking job is not a sales job. It is not an operations job. So if people come to you saying that I want sales job or I want operations, that option does not exist. As a doctor, if somebody says, I want to be a doctor, but I will not charge anything, or there will be no revenue target that I will take in the hospital, that is not possible. If you're a doctor, you have to do the doctor's job. And the doctor's job includes that. Similarly, if you're a bank officer, the banker's job includes sales, includes operations, includes customer service. So you cannot segregate between these three. Nobody can come to a bank manager and say, I want operations job, I want a sales job. They have to be ready for everything. Another very good example that I give for this is about cricket. People understand cricket very much, so therefore I use that example. In cricket, there is batting, there is bowling, there is fielding, right? So, and I take this example of just Bumrah. He is a fast bowler, right? So then I ask, can Jasprit Bumrah say that I will not do fielding?
Yeah.
Right? When he is not bowling, he has to be doing fielding. There is no choice, right? He doesn't like fielding, or whether he likes or dislikes, it's not the point. That is part of the job. Similarly, let's say he's coming in as number 10 batsman. After 9 people are out, he has to come out and bat also. So he cannot say, no, I have been taken in this team as a bowler. I will not do batting. I will only do bowling, right? So Virat Kohli is another example. He is a brilliant batsman. He is one of the greatest batsmen in the world. Does it mean that he will say, no, I will not do fielding? If somebody hits the boundary, somebody else will run for me. I am a millionaire. I will just stand at one place only, right? Similarly, where does he stand? Will he stand in the slip? Will he stand on the boundary? Will he be a wicket keeper? Will he bowl first? Will he be an opening batsman? Will it be a middle order batsman? Everything is decided by the captain of the team. Very similar in a banking environment, the manager will keep deciding your role. You might be sent to the boundary, you might be standing as a wicket keeper, you might be doing your opening batsman's job or a bowling fast bowler's job. The job will keep changing depending upon what the manager wants. But broadly, whether you are a cashier, whether you are a personal banker, whether you are a customer service officer, it doesn't matter. Everybody carries a target, including the branch manager, including the managing director of the company, right?
Okay.
The everybody carries a target. So again, I keep quoting this example of cricket. That can you imagine a T20 match? Virat Kohli is going out to bat. Every over there is a target. He has to score a certain number of runs. Or if you are a bowler, there is a target that you should only give so many runs in that over, or you should get this many wickets in that match. This is what a target is, right? So everybody carries targets of various kinds. Target is just as to what is the goal for which you are working for. In brief, this is what you must try and explain it to people who are looking for a banking career.
Yes, sir.
Just a word of caution here. Whenever we speak about targets, it's important to understand how do people achieve their targets. We discussed about cricket. How do you think a Virat Kohli achieves his targets, or how do you think a Jasprit Bumrah achieves his target? Essentially, you will realize that it's more to do with their talent and more to do with their hard work and practice and everything else related to that, right? So the harder they work, they will get better results. If you look at a doctor in a hospital, how does a doctor achieve his target? The doctors achieve their target because they essentially create a good name for themselves in the market, where people start understanding that he is the best doctor in that field, and therefore he will have more customers coming in for more complex requirements. And when more customers come in for more complex requirement, the doctor ends up earning higher revenue. So that's how the revenue budget works. And when you look at it from a banker's perspective, and this is exactly what the bankers are expected to do. When somebody feels that his target is higher than what he can achieve, that's essentially because he either hasn't learned the job well or is not willing to work hard enough, right? So if you want to achieve your target, if you go with the same logic of cricket and that of a hospital, what you're looking at is somebody who has the right skills. That is, he has enough knowledge in a knowledge based industry like banking, just like a doctor's example that I mentioned. So once you have enough knowledge and once you are willing to work hard, most targets are achievable. So that's one word which I thought is important that you should keep in mind. Thank you.